I was wearing a white shirt. I had to walk all the way back to my cabin with puke just on my shirt. 9 a.m. in the morning. Yeah, it was bad.
Savage.
But we all have these stories, right? It's normal.
I'm trying to think of one.
I shit my pants on a cruise once.
Come on, bro.
No way.
Yeah. And I wasn't like a kid.
Oh my god.
I was like not like a half-grown adult, like 14.
I mean, hey man, sometimes it happens.
You know, to the best of us.
But we did the penguin walk and it just wasn't enough time, Pete. You know, and then the timer went off and I just shit the fuck out of myself. It was bad too because I was like rooming with my mom. Hey guys, welcome back to the Millennial Mentality Podcast. I'm your host Nick Agnelli here with my co-host Peter Price and our guest today Caleb Dent.
Yeah.
So I like to start off, guys, by thank you for watching, listening, viewing, and subscribing. If you have not done that yet, please do. We have an in-crowd audience today. Yeah, live audience. And we're really excited about it. Caleb, off the cuff question, really hard one. Your girlfriend's sitting right here.
Oh boy.
If you get married tomorrow, are you doing a prenup?
Damn, that is a hard one with your girlfriend sitting in the room.
Yeah.
Oh man. If I get married tomorrow, or do I got a little bit of time because depending
Okay, I'll
on
give
how
you
much
6 months. I'll
Okay,
give you 6
bet.
months.
So depending on how my DJ career goes, in the next 6 months, probably yes.
Okay.
Fair enough.
And the girlfriend's reaction was, oh yeah? And it's funny because Paige's reaction was that. And I'm sure JoJo's would be like, fuck this mean. But it's a good question. And Pete asked me it a week ago, and I'm getting married in next July, right? So
Nice.
10 months. And it's just been such an interesting question for me because I feel like there's such a good argument for both sides of the aisle.
There's no wrong answer.
There isn't.
Because if
There's
your
really
answer
not.
is yes, and you feel bad about that, and you get a dirty look from your girl when you say it, the rebuttal is instantly like, well, it's not like I plan on leaving you, and if you don't plan on leaving me, then why does it even matter? You know, we can sign the paper and it won't make a difference.
Exactly.
So it's like, I
bad
don't know, it makes
mojo.
for a good conversation,
Yeah.
I feel like, for that reason.
For sure, because I don't got much, so if you want to take I mean, I gotta have a little protection.
Yeah. I hear you, dog.
It's tough. And I think, like I always said, it's just bad mojo. But like if you are so confident in your relationship, you have a great point. Why not? So crazy thing to think about. If you're in a long-term relationship, think about it. Would I get a
Start
prenup?
thinking.
Yeah. Hey, you never know what happens. So
Could be the other way around. Maybe she's plotting and she's
That's
gonna get a prenup
true.
on me.
Right.
That's why she looked at me like that.
that's Pete's argument is
Right.
from your point of view, right? You could be the best husband in the world, be the best father, everything. 20 years later, your partner might fuck up and cheat.
Yeah.
Right?
Or decide they don't want to do this anymore.
No,
you know?
yeah, they just
And
want to bounce. So it
I don't
could,
know.
like, I originally always think, like, oh, if I fuck up, this is what happens.
Right.
But it could be the other way around.
Sometimes
So
it's not in your control.
it's tough.
And JoJo's one in the studio audience right now. JoJo, I'm not talking to you when I'm talking about this. Yeah, we're good.
Have you guys seen the show Ted Lasso?
No, what is this?
Oh man, it's really good. It's a show on Netflix about this guy that's it's Jason Sudeikis is the main character in it, and he was like a high school and college like football coach.
Okay.
And he goes overseas to coach an English soccer club and knows nothing about soccer.
That's great.
And it's crazy. And the reason I said that is because like throughout the show, like you can tell that him and his wife are like having problems, and they have a kid. They've been together for forever.
Yeah.
And she's just like, I just don't want to do this anymore. Like I don't feel the same. Like I try to feel the same like when we first started, and it's just not there anymore.
Yeah.
So it's crazy.
And what do you do then, you know?
Exactly.
You know, I was thinking about today, too, because the situation we have here. How do you treat your sister's boyfriends? Because I have two sisters.
I think that depends a lot on my sister's boyfriend, you know? Like,
Yeah.
and how he treats me.
Have you ever
You know what I mean?
hyperponic Pete? You know that? Like, I went to jail, motherfucker.
No, bro. I mean, I don't. I come out friendly, I feel like, off rip, you
Yeah.
know? And hoping to reciprocate the same energy,
Yeah.
you know? And
Were you nervous meeting Pete?
Honestly, at first, no. But
Okay.
then, like, I mean, you're really cool. So
Thanks,
The
man.
coolest guy you'll ever meet.
Yeah.
I've been dealing with him my whole life. Yeah, he's the
He was
coolest
way cooler
fucking
than I thought
guy.
he was gonna be.
Yeah.
Bro.
He's just so okay. I gotta stop dick riding you, but you're an awesome guy.
Thank you,
No, so it's funny though because both my sisters ended up marrying their first love, so I could never like do that. But I'm the younger brother anyway, so it's kind of hard, you know, like puff out your chest and like, fuck you, you know. But it's always a weird thing, and I know a lot of guys in situations like that like try to intimidate, or like dads. Like when you have a daughter, will you try to intimidate the boyfriend?
I feel like I won't have to because I'm covered in tattoos. You know, like I can be a nice guy and still be intimidating just because I'm covered like that.
Yeah. Like they know not to fuck with you.
Yeah, they look at you and they're like, damn.
Yeah.
I better not do no fuck shit.
Right, exactly.
And that's the last question on it is, if you have a girl, when could she start dating boys? Or anyone at this
That's
day
hard,
and age?
dude.
16? That's kind of my age.
I mean, I hope she waits that long. That'd be tight.
Yeah.
But these days, I don't know if that's realistic.
I was going to say from like 13 to 16.
Yeah.
So this is something we asked another guest, but like, when does your kid get a phone? You know, like at what age now is the right time for your child to have a phone?
Well, man, I had a phone when I was young. And like,
What's
How
young?
young?
Oh, man, I think I was probably like, I would say maybe like 10 or
Okay.
maybe even
What
a little
grade is
younger.
That's
Well, I'm 25
fifth
now.
grade.
I'm horrible
grade?
with math.
Do you want to hack for our age?
Well, in 2008, we were in 8th grade. In
Correct.
2009, we were in 9th grade.
Okay, but you were born in 95 or 94?
94.
Okay, so now I'm 95. It's easy.
I'm 96.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
So
yeah,
10's young, but I feel like that's also becoming pretty normal, right? That's like you said your
I started watching porn around 10 years old. What about you?
I think I was definitely much later than that.
What the fuck you mean? Don't judge me.
Yeah,
what,
I think
what
I
do you
was
mean
about
later
10
than that?
because my because I lived with my grandma after my parents divorced, and she didn't realize that she had the Playboy channels activated. So I would wait for everybody to go to sleep, and I would go turn on like Cinemax, and there'd be like more Secrets of a Call Girl, like that.
I feel like I was late to that train because like I didn't have a personal computer at my house, and I was way too scared to do it on like the family computer in the living room. You know?
Yeah, see, I was that guy.
I was just
that
patient.
guy.
Yeah, I got caught for sure. Definitely.
Yeah.
They're like, yo, what kind of history is this? I'm like, I don't know, man. I'm trying to figure it out.
That's right.
I don't know.
Who did that?
I'm trying to figure it out.
I'm like, it's my first day out here. I'm just browsing.
It was such a stressful time, and then I remember watching porn, and then I wasn't even like jerking off yet, so I would just stare at the screen.
Exactly.
Really?
I'm like, damn.
You went right from porn in the same time?
I didn't know that people watched porn without that purpose.
Yes.
Just for entertainment?
Well, before you know that's a thing, Pete. Like, how do you
Well,
figure
I guess
that
that's
out?
my point. I only seeked out the porn once I was touching myself. I wasn't just browsing for porn
Touching
for
yourself, Pete.
entertainment.
That's what you went to. Touching yourself. There's so much other words, bro.
I didn't want to say like masturbating. That felt weird.
No.
But now I said it anyway.
Touching yourself is a little weirder than masturbating.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, now I said both.
Okay. Calm down,
What's
babe.
the next question for Caleb?
Do you ever call you?
What age should I start masturbating?
I like that.
Oh man.
You see the type of podcast we're running
my
here.
gosh.
A little crazy.
Holy shit.
But sparking a lot of conversation, eh? I'm gonna go from that to a deeper subject. I was thinking today.
That was deep, I thought.
Yeah, a little bit, eh? Am I
Are you
Canadian?
Canadian
What the
now?
fuck is
this
this?
is the thing you've been doing.
I am Canadian. Though. I'm a
don't
quarter
you know?
Canadian.
Don't you know?
Have you ever dealt with like any type of mental illness, like depression, anxiety, anything like that?
Yeah. So I would say right around when I was like maybe like 15 or 16, I was diagnosed with bipolar disorder. I take medication every day. Like went through therapy like my whole life, so like I know what my triggers are and I've learned how to control my anger. Like I was so against it, like taking medicine at first. I'm like, this is gonna change me. This is who I am. But like at the end of the day, like it really doesn't. I just notice if I don't take my medicine for a couple days, it makes me more irritated. So.
Caleb, well, first off, that's amazing that you tackled that the way you did in telling that story. I don't know too much. Like bipolar is so like a common term. People say like, "Oh, I'm so bipolar," but they're not actually. You know, I have never met many people in my life that are actually bipolar and have been diagnosed with that. Besides like the taboo, like happy 1 second, pissed off. What are the other symptoms that come with that? Like, I'm not going to call it disorder. That bipolar. What?
Well, I would say like it's hard. Like sometimes, like, I mean, most of the time I'm happy, but like there will be times where like I like one thing will just really, really aggravate me and it'll get me like really worked up. Like even Olivia knows, and then like the next minute I'm fine. But like
Really?
it's a hit or a miss. I mean, there's good days and there's bad days.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, it just depends on how hard I partied that weekend.
Yeah.
But gotta get those chemical imbalances.
That's right.
That being said, what are those triggers for you then?
Yeah.
Man. Man. I'm trying to think here.
You girls over there like, I know.
She probably know better than me, to be honest with you.
Well, you're also probably just used to it by now that you don't really like, off the top of your head, probably couldn't name it because you live with it. Yeah. So I would just say.
I would say maybe when I'm driving, because nobody in Florida knows how to drive.
Yeah.
So I don't really like. I have bad road rage, like just vocally. That was really close. Just vocally, but like. I don't really drive aggressive like that, but I will cut in front of you and go slow to piss you off. 100%.
Yeah. So that actually segues into something I've been wanting to talk about on the podcast for a little bit.
Shoot, Pete.
Do you like have road rage? Is that like a thing for you? No? Calm driver?
I'm mellow. Okay, so.
Yeah.
I'll kick
Let's get the
back.
real answer now.
I'll say it in my head. I don't feel like saying this shit out loud is worth it. Here's the thing, though. I'm a defensive driver. I'm not the fast asshole. I'm in the truck. So I'm like chilling. I go the speed limit and I watch these other idiots weave in and out of each other. And I'm like, wow, that guy's about to get in an accident with that guy. And, but you can't really miss my car. So it's not like a lot of times people almost hit me. Yeah. But you realize like the thought I always have is, oh my God, I've known so many stupid people my entire life, right? They drive. Scary. You know, like... They should not be driving, and then you throw a phone in their hand while it's happening too. It's just like a recipe for disaster. So
someone cuts you off. Do you even lay on the horn?
No. The only time I ever lay on a horn if someone is about to hit me. Yeah. Okay. Or I'm standing on a light for like 5 minutes at green, and I'm like, dude, come on.
And is it a little love tap? Like, hey.
No, I
you lay on.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's crazy too, because like I think about it and like. Like, at the end of the day, everybody has a little bit of road rage, but, like, I feel like if you have common sense, you never know, like, what that other person has
100%
been going on, like, had going on that day. Like, there's been times where I'll never forget this. This is when I was in high school. My friend was driving, and he, like, laid on the horn, like, way too long, like, at this light, and they were both in a Mustang. This dude guns it and then like slams on the brakes, and then my boy honks again, and then the next thing I know, he didn't see it until like the very end. This dude put his gun on his rearview mirror or on his side mirror, and I was like, yo, go.
Chill out.
It happened here in Jupiter 6 months ago.
Dude, I bet it happens all the time.
They both pulled over. The guy jumped out of his truck, shot the other guy, left.
Shot him?
Yeah, dead.
Oh, wow. Fuck.
Dead.
Wow.
Right on this exit here on Don Rustin 95, right on the overpass. Yeah.
I'm
just like that.
Pretty confident that's unjustified, right?
Very.
I don't think that's self-defense.
But yet again, a lot of people are miserable in this world. I know a fuck ton of people that want an outlet, and a weird guy driving is an outlet, you know?
Right.
So yeah, but to that point, the last thing on bipolar, what are some things you do, coping mechanisms to snap yourself out of it?
So like, just for instance, this is probably a horrible example, but like me and her don't ever really normally fight. Like, I mean, every couple fights about stupid shit, but like I notice sometimes, like if I know I'm gonna get really mad, I'll just walk out of the house and leave. Like that's like I'll go sit in the car for a minute or do what I gotta do. My best takeaway is to remove myself from the situation, just so I can gather my thoughts and like not act on impulse and spew whatever is. Like, and say something I don't, that I'm not going to mean.
That shows maturity. Yeah, it does. That you know how to remove yourself from a situation, collect your thoughts.
It was so hard for me when I was younger,
Absolutely.
too. Like, but...
Were you like a fighter as a kid?
No, but... Nah, I honestly, I've only been in 3 fights in my entire life, and I won the first 2, and the last fight I got into, I got my ass beat. And
you're like, I'm done. I'm hanging up the gloves.
I was listening to the other one of your podcasts when we were on the way. Yeah. Everybody deserves to get their ass beat. You need to be humbled at some point in your life.
100%.
To the mental illness note, though, I was listening to a deeper conversation between friends the other day, and how do you talk to someone? This is kind of a general question. How do you talk to someone who is depressed, right? And you want to help them, but they don't want to help themselves out of the hole, right?
That's what I was just getting ready to say.
So it's kind of a general question because I knew that when I fought that. Depression's a weird place because you want attention, you want love, but you don't want anyone to talk to you. Mm-mm. You want to be productive, but you find yourself not wanting to get off the couch. You want money, but you're broke. I mean, you find that you have no motivation to do what you need to do, but then you're sad about not having the motivation to do what you need to do. So nothing makes sense about it. But I find that a lot of people that do fight that, they don't want the help. So how do you help someone that is struggling with that?
It's a great question. I mean, I don't know that you totally can, I think at that point, if they don't want the help, there's nothing you can do for them. They have to sort of make that decision on their own. I guess the only value you can add in that situation is maybe bringing it to their attention, like the potential that they have that they're wasting, and how miserable they are in their current circumstances, and that they're not going to get out of those circumstances until they change something. Yeah. And I think that's like the end of the conversation, because if they don't want the help, there's not really much more that you can do other than just bring to light the situation they're in and say, it's up to you to fix this. And I'm here for you when you're ready to make that change.
Yeah, 100%. I feel the exact same way. Like, I feel like in high school, like a lot, and still even to this day, like a lot of people like confide in me. Like, I don't ever talk about anybody else's business or whatever they tell me. But like at the end of the day, like you said, like if you don't, like if you're in that spot and like you don't want the help and they're not willing to get the help, then there's not really much you can do. But at least at the end of the day, you know you tried.
Right.
So.
Yep. It's so hard stepping away from that, though. It's easy to say it, but say someone in your life that you do love is dealing with that. It's hard because it's so frustrating. You know, you want to shake them and wake them up.
You want to be able to take away all their
pain,
and you can't.
Yeah, and sometimes, I mean, I plan with being with her for 60 years. There's going to be times in our life where we hit really, really low spots. I know it. You know, it's a fact. And it's scary that sometimes you don't really know how to deal with that in a social setting of how to lift someone up when they don't want to be, you know? So just a thought I had today and how hard that is to really get someone out of those pits. Yeah. But I think it's just general support and being there, being that foundation, that bedrock, and then letting them grow the way they want to grow, you know? So now that we have a guest on, Caleb, tell me about yourself. Where are you from?
Born and raised in Orlando, Florida. I'm a Florida boy.
Really?
Sick.
Yeah.
And tell me about your home life growing up. Brothers and sisters.
So technically I'm the only child on my mom's side, but come to find out like later in life, like when my parents like separated, my dad ended up having another kid. So I have a sister, but I haven't seen her in at least probably like 10 years.
Really?
Where's she at, do you know?
I'm not sure. I know she lives in Orlando. She reached out to me probably like a couple months ago, and we texted back and forth, but like that was like the gist of it. Like, I don't know, that whole scenario is so weird. Like I don't really talk to my dad anymore.
Yeah.
Just because of everything that's happened. But yeah, like my mom and my grandma were pretty much my mom and my dad growing up, I would say. Like
And you lived full time with your mom growing up? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100%.
And she was your rock?
Yeah.
You were really close with her?
My ride or die.
Yeah. And where in Orlando were you born and raised?
I grew up in Winter Garden.
Okay.
Went to Foundation Academy, which was a private school up until like second grade. Then went to like a charter school. Moved over to Metro West and went to Olympia High School, which is over in Windermere. And then
Windermere's got money, you right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So like I got the best of both worlds. Like that school was so diverse because like they would charter in buses from like this area called Carver Shore, so it was so ghetto. And then you had like the medium, like the middle class people, which was like me, and over in the Metro West area, and then you had all the rich kids from Windermere. So it was a cool high school experience. I mean, I fucking hated school.
Yeah.
Like I fucking hated it.
Why?
I don't know. I didn't really like really see the point in school. Like, I mean, I feel like there was no way I was going to college, like just because like I was a troublemaker when I was in high school, so like I didn't really give a fuck about much, and then like found music, and then kind of like taught myself how to DJ when I was 16 at high school parties. Never really like thought anything of it. Yeah. And then went to Ultra Music Festival one year and like wandered into the giant mega structure and like finally like discovered house music and like just looked around and everybody was vibing. Everybody had room to dance. Yeah. And I just looked up. I was like, damn, this is what I want to do.
That's
really
cool.
Yeah. And you had an aha moment.
That's exactly what it was.
How did you chase that? What was your first steps? And like, you know.
So it was pretty much like the way I see it, like especially because like I didn't go to school or everything. Like I've put everything into my music and DJing. Like I would say I've probably been doing this about 7 years. So like when I was underage and I wasn't 21, I had like a fake ID. I had my boy's ID actually. Shout out to my boy Corey for that. I used to use Corey's ID to get into clubs all the time, and we looked absolutely nothing alike.
Really?
And it worked just because we were both light skinned. So I started out as like a promoter, like just trying to get into the club. Like I would say like my experience like going through like all the bullshit that I had to deal with promoting and how the Orlando local scene like treated it, just like you were viewed as a promoter, like trying to DJ. Like it was only like, yo, look, like if you want to DJ, you got to sell like 20 tickets and like you're going to open for free from 10 to 11 and we're going to give you 2 drink tickets and you're not getting paid.
Damn.
Yeah.
But that's your foot in the door.
Yeah, exactly. And like,
Did you think about the college bars?
I've DJed in a couple college bars. I
Pubs,
DJed
library.
I DJed at library in the dungeon.
Yeah. I remember that.
Room.
Yep.
That was actually like one of my first gigs. Like that, I was so funny because our friend Kyle, I guess his like really really good friend bought library, and I was like, dude, honestly, like I would go DJ at Night's Library on like a liquor pitcher Wednesday because like I could play
liquor pitcher Wednesday.
$5. It was a $5. Like
My favorite days.
Yeah.
Dude, those were the days, man, when times were simpler and I had less bills.
Dude, and they would hold the bottle like this for about 4 fucking minutes, and it was like a Blue Line Islands and shit like that. Those type of concoctions. They put like 40 straws in it, and you just see like herds of girls.
It's a liquor pitcher.
It gives me. That's when I was drinking vodka sours. That was my drink.
You're gnarly.
Yeah.
I don't drink vodka like that anymore, honestly.
Dude.
I don't know what it is. I normally drink vodka cranberries, but like I don't know, vodka just like made it like I used to be strictly vodka, but now I really really only enjoy tequila.
Tequila it is.
What's your tequila choice?
Casamigos.
Blanco or Repo?
Blanco.
Okay.
I'll drink.
We do the
Reposado,
Repo down here. Yeah.
I like
the dark liquor.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, you like the dark tequila?
I'll do it.
Yeah,
I'll drink
I
any
don't really like
tequila.
tequila in general, to be honest. Have I told you this before? I went for like a 5-year stint where I wouldn't touch tequila because I thought I was allergic.
Yeah.
I wasn't allergic. I just drank too much one time.
It's called a hangover.
Yeah, right. It was a bad one though, substantial. But yeah, now like I can appreciate a Casamigos Repo. But also, you go to like 1, 2, 3, or 4, any of those places, all the staff there drinks Casa Repo.
I just tequila. That's all I ask, and they pour it in a cup. If typically it's Patron.
What's the one alcohol that you can't drink anymore because you had that terrible hangover? Because we all have got one. So
I'm not allowed to say it on camera, to be honest. Just for the sole purpose that I don't want to lose my sponsorship.
I know.
So I mean, I'll still drink it. Shout out to Fireball.
Shout out to Fireball.
I had a horrible experience.
If you're looking to sponsor a podcast, we would love that as well.
Dude, everyone's had that experience with Fireball.
Dude, talking about.
It's like that cousin that keeps coming back, though. You know, like he'll always be around. You know,
for sure, always asking you for money. Like, yo,
I
don't got nothing for you, so you're barking up the wrong tree.
Yeah. Always asking you for money.
No,
dude. So there was this one time I was probably like 19 or 20. I'll never forget this. This poor girl. So I was in the club and. We were all getting lit. We thought we were so cool. Snuck into the club with fake IDs. This is back when the security guard that works at Olivia's job used to me and him we fuck with each other now, but like he always used to kick me out. He'd be like, "You come up, Caleb, with these different IDs and you act like I don't know you." Like, but come
He's
on,
calling you by your first name.
I'm like, come on, but this one's real though. Like, come on, just let me go in. So we get in the club, we sneak in like 3 water bottles of Fireball. We're all passing it around, and we're just getting it. And it was warm as hell, drinking it with no chaser. I took a huge sip, and I looked at my boys and said, "Oh, no. I said, this is not going to be good." I said, "I got to throw up." I'm talking about, I didn't even make it to the bathroom. I projectile vomited all in this girl's hair next to me, and I'm talking about I took off sprinting to the bathroom. And I hid in the bathroom for 20 minutes. I'm pretty sure I got kicked out of the club that night, too. But,
justifiably.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
My God.
Clay Meister, I'd seen him in a library, packed library, St. Patty's Day. They threw this festival outside at library.
I love that you just said his first and last name like that. No shame.
Well, he watches it. I love you, Clay. It was one St. Patty's Day, and he was walking through the crowd. It was packed, shoulder to shoulder, and he pushed projectile vomit over like 4. It was on a girl's back, but it literally went over in the smack dab middle of library, and he was blacked. Yeah, he was blacked out at that point. So we were walking him to the bathroom, and on the way, the bouncer intercepted and said, "Get the fuck out of here."
Shit.
But he kind of wears that as a badge. It's a pretty cool story.
Good. I respect that.
You gotta look back at those times and laugh at them. I mean, like they were fun times, horrible, but like I would go live those days once in a while.
I don't think I've ever I don't have a story like that where I vomited in public, but managing Kachina and 123 for as long as I did, not a weekend went by that someone didn't throw up in the urinal.
Hey man,
Every
sometimes you gotta boot and
fucking
rally
time.
and keep it going. Like there's
rally.
this sounds kind of sick, but like so me and my boy Rash, like we used to DJ.
Wait. Someone's name is Rash?
His real name is Rashawn.
Okay,
we
okay,
call
okay.
him
My boys
Rash.
call me Rash.
So we used to have this ritual where like we used to DJ this Wednesday party. It was actually where I met Olivia. And we used to for the first time when she wouldn't show me any attention. But anyways, so we would just have this ritual where we would get just belligerent like at wind down before we would move the party to like our bar where we would play.
Wind down folks.
And we would just look at each other and be like, "You ready?" Like, yeah. So we'd go out into the alley in Saline and we would just boot and rally and then we'd be good.
So did you pull the trigger or was it natural?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We'd both pull the trigger. We'd throw it next to each other, hold it down, go back to back.
What? Dude? Have you ever done something like this?
Once on a cruise ship.
Really? So
But people were eating outside at the cafe. So I think I'm
it wasn't on purpose.
Yeah, no, it was the outdoor cafe at the cruise ship. And me and my boy, Thomas Burtz, are drinking right here. And people are eating their buffet breakfast right here. And I took a warm tequila shot. You know the two gulpers? Where you go to throw it back and it doesn't finish on the first gulp, so second gulp.
And you already know
You're in danger.
And it was warm Patron, and I knew automatically hit my stomach. I'm toast. So
Holy
I go to
shit.
puke over the ledges. People are literally eating right to my right. And 2 seconds later, he walks just to the left and is puking over the ledge too. I was wearing a
my
white
God.
shirt. I had to walk all the way back to my cabin with puke just on my shirt. 9 a.m. in the morning. Yeah, it was bad.
Savage.
But we all have these stories, right? It's normal.
I'm trying to think of one.
I shit my pants on a cruise once.
Come on, bro.
No way.
Yeah. And I wasn't like a kid.
Oh my god.
I was not like a half-grown adult, like 14.
I mean, hey man, sometimes it happens.
You know, to the best of us.
But we did the penguin walk, and it just wasn't enough time, Pete. You know, and then the timer went off, and I just shit the fuck out of myself.
That's great.
It was bad too because I was like rooming with my mom,
The story keeps going.
and like there was just like shit everywhere.
Hey mom, I'm sorry, but you got to do the laundry. I shit everywhere. I'm so sorry.
Bro, hey, you
little
want to know one of the
cabin.
reasons why is? Have you ever had escargot?
Snails?
Yeah, I'm on a cruise ship, right? You get like unlimited food, so it's just thick Nick. We're just chilling there,
Thick Nick.
and he like says the menu, and there's like 3 entrees. You're supposed to pick one, and I was like, I'll do all 3 actually.
Yeah, those all sound great.
Yeah, because like there's no price on it. So he brings out, and it's like escargot is literally a fucking snail.
Yeah.
And then they pour like a half cup of butter on it, and they're like, here, it's good. You know.
Gnarly.
I eat like a 5-year-old. I'm so picky.
So I have
contender.
this, and an hour later, we're listening to some jazz music, and something hits my stomach. I said, "Oh no!" And I had about 3.5 minutes to get back to the cabin. I didn't make it. Yeah, and that's what it was food poisoning, whatever you want to call it, but it was really bad.
That's so funny.
But it was really bad too because I was like a grown ass man, you know. So like, just like seeing my family member's face of disappointment, like this actually happened, and he has no disabilities or anything. Like,
You can't
he
even
just
like
shit
escape
himself.
and remove yourself from the situation. You're stuck on the ship with
Yeah,
everyone else.
like that's the kid who shit himself.
Be like, yo, look, there's that guy that I was talking about. He was doing the penguin walk, and there was nothing but shit falling out of his shorts.
The good thing was it was all contained to the bedroom. There was none on the carpet outside.
No projectile shitted.
Shit.
That'd be terrible.
Chat.
It's a past tense.
That's such a horrible word.
Oh gosh.
So, how did you really break through? Did you have this blind confidence? Did you just kind of keep showing up, Caleb, and saying, "I'm gonna DJ, I'm gonna DJ"?
Yeah,
and then
I'm
day,
that guy that I'm not going away. So so either you better figure it out, or I'm gonna be a pain in the ass until you give me what I want. I'm very persistent.
That's how you ended up being with my sister, even though she wasn't giving you the attention
Oh,
that first time.
100%. Yeah, she can pull up the DMs.
Yeah.
Oh, she was playing hard to get.
Oh, 100%.
Wow.
I had to unfollow her and follow her like 3 times.
Really?
I'm not embarrassed.
it
to
was
say it.
real
Classic.
games.
Classic.
See, I don't do games, and I always got aggravated because like that's the thing to do. I get it,
I hate
but like,
games.
but like if I get a text message, I'm writing back like now. Like I'm not gonna wait the 10 minutes and be like, oh,
Yeah, be like,
I didn't see that. you know?
Don't want to seem too eager.
Yeah. I'm like, cool, yeah. And that's why, yeah. So, anyways, but so did you just kept showing up and not going away, and then one day you got your chance?
Yeah, what was
Yeah.
the breakthrough?
I would honestly say when I played at Guilt, which used to be Roxy back in the day. I got
You
to
played
go
at
to-
Guilt?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so I got thrown in last minute because like an opener canceled, and I was just at the right place at the right time.
You
and
ever heard of
then-
Guilt?
No.
It's like big artists play there.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
unfamiliar with Orlando in general.
Guilt slaps. It's like okay,
Yeah. I'm
familiar
actually.
with
I haven't talked to him in a while, but I used to party with him all the time.
Wow.
Really?
Abe, yeah, Abe's a cool dude.
I've got kind of a crazy story about OK.
Hit me.
What'd you say his name is? Abe?
Yeah, Abe.
That's the
Yeah.
Thief.
Yeah.
So we shout out to Palm Beach Reckless and the boys. I used to play on like a fucking serious paintball team.
Yeah.
We took it super serious. And we were in a tournament in Tampa one time. And at that time, Thief was popping off. Like that
Yeah.
was the song. And it was like our anthem that weekend.
Dude,
we
that
were
was when
pumping
trap
up
music
tournament.
was good.
Bro, hella saxophone too. That's like
Yeah.
what I don't know, man. It was just that was like our soundtrack of the
Mhm.
weekend. That one song, you know. And so we like lost the tournament, didn't do great. We have like an extra day in Tampa, and we're going out to dinner, and someone's like on their phone or realizes that Abe is performing like right across the street from our hotel at
Oh, that's dope.
some event. And we're
You
like,
guys
"Holy
both know this man? First name?
Well, no, that's
Oh,
why
okay.
Caleb
okay.
knows him, and so I asked him what his name was.
I was
I didn't
like,
want to
yeah,
keep
I know
calling him
Abe,
okay.
too.
It felt weird to keep calling him
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, right. Okay, because then it just sounds like they're like, wait, what?
Like,
What's
Abe.
this guy's name?
Okay.
You know, our homie Abe.
Yeah, we know.
But
Shout
he was
out Abe.
performing across the street, and we're all at dinner, and we're like, holy shit, like, we gotta go fucking try and get into this show. Like, we gotta see this shit. And it starts pouring rain while we're at dinner. And this was like an outdoor venue, you know? It was like a beach almost that they put a stage on, but it was also outside of like some club, you know? And so we decided we're gonna try and like sneak into this show somehow. So we all split Adderalls. However many of us there were, we all split an Adderall, took that shit.
Legal cocaine.
Yeah, 100%. And then we walk down the street back to our hotel, and all we can hear the music, you know? Like, we're just following the sound. We don't really know where we're going. And it had just poured rain, and now it's stopped. But the event was outside, so I guess the rain sort of, like, threw a wrench in the plans, and they had to run everyone inside and, like, relocate the event. And they packed everyone inside this club where the show was supposed to be outside. So we, like, walk up to these gates, which are clearly, like, the entrance to the event, but no one's outside because it just torrential downpoured, so everyone just ran for cover. So we walk right through the gates. No tickets, no nothing. And we're just following, like, the noise of the music. We can hear it somewhere. And we keep walking. We get up to the place where the show was at, and we just walk through the side door. And the fucking stage is right there. Like, we walk, you know, like when you're in a movie theater and there's the exit right next to the stage?
Yeah.
It's like we walked in that door and we were just like, Abe was right there with a bottle of Tito's poured in everyone's mouth in the front row. And we were just like, holy shit, we're in. And so we fucking rocked it out. We were in front row of the show and watched it the rest of the night. Sorry, Abe, that you didn't get ticket sales from us. My bad, dude.
Were you headbanging? Are you a headbanger?
So that's like not necessarily my vibe.
Okay. So you're not a headbanger.
No, but I
Okay.
think I participated that night. You know, I'm front row on
I
the
had a
rails.
s-
You
I-
gotta do what everyone else is doing.
I've had sore necks before from that shit.
Dude, I used to be like when I first got into electronic music, it was dubstep and trap music.
Yeah.
And then like I discovered house on accident. So
Can you break down the difference?
Yeah, please.
okay, so I'm probably gonna sound like an asshole here.
First off, do you have street cred? Do you shuffle?
I put those weapons of embarrassment away a long time
Oh,
ago. I know
okay.
how to shuffle.
Okay.
Probably not that good anymore. I'm probably rusty as hell.
Do you shuffle?
Nah, dude. I you know this. I
Oh,
don't
you
dance.
don't dance. That's right.
I actually made it. This is so funny. I actually made it in one of the Ultra After movies for shuffling.
Really?
There's like a
All
5-second clip.
Humble
of
brag.
just
Humble
me
brag.
getting-
Yeah.
Okay. So you're nice with it. You're nice with
I'm
it.
like, okay. You know?
I'm all right. Like I would definitely. I still want to do this to this day. But try not to get beat up. I would love to go into a pool, like an old like biker pool bar. Like, yeah, man, I don't really know how to play pool. I'm actually pretty good.
Okay.
And just hustle them for their money, but it's probably not a good idea.
I think you should do it. We'll vlog it.
Hey, we can go right after this.
All right, bet.
Wait, fuck, I got off track.
What was
were
the
we-
question?
Shuffling.
Oh yeah, what's the
okay.
difference between the
Okay.
genres?
All right, so I would say, damn, I'm about to disrespect both genres right now. But I don't care. It is what it is. I have no filter. So I would say dubstep, it would be comparable to like robots, like Transformers having sex.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just hitting
grinding.
buttons?
Huh?
You're just hitting buttons?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say it's just a lot of just robot sounds, and
Okay.
house music would. I mean, most people that like don't really listen to house music would classify it as like consistent elevator music. It's like the same beat that doesn't change, but
I agree. Not really, though. I kind of get it. When I think of house music, I think like Miami 6 a.m.
yeah, straight up like
even though
like
I've
on
never
the
done it
terrace in
before. Like,
Space.
yeah.
It's Space in Miami.
Yeah.
I've done marathons at that club. Let me tell you. I'm talking about, I think my longest marathon at Space was like 18 hours straight.
Jesus.
I watched the
Christ.
sun rise and set twice, and then left and slept for like 3 hours, and then went back for another 18 hours.
That's impossible.
Shut
Because
up.
you don't gotta leave. Like they have food and everything there. They got empanadas. They got.
They have beds?
They do, but
Grilled
you gotta be
cheese.
careful. They have amazing grilled cheese. That grilled cheese is fire. Like they have like caviar and shit that they'll cater in the DJ booth. Like if you get the privilege to go up there,
What the hell?
and they'll come around at like 9 a.m. like when the sun comes up with Pedialyte pops,
Wow.
like
That's
popsicles
that's
with
good.
Pedialyte.
Much needed.
So
18 hours. What the fuck?
yeah, that's way too much. Like I'm like 3.5, and I'm like Papa John's and get home, babe. You know,
Even
like
if,
that guy.
if you told me, Pete, get up there and just play songs for 18 hours, but they have to be songs that you know. I don't know that I know enough songs to play music for 18 hours.
No chance.
I think my longest marathon set is probably like 7 or 8 hours straight, and I didn't play the same song.
You didn't
once.
get a headache at all? Like that doesn't.
It's just the way I see it, man. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint.
You gotta
Yeah.
fight through it, dog.
Okay.
What? Dude, like especially recently, like I've been traveling a lot and like have been blessed to play out of state.
Yeah.
Like I just went to New York, like in and out in 24 hours, went to the Brooklyn Mirage, which is like the best venue in the United States, in my opinion.
Really?
And you play there?
No, I was hanging out with a bigger artist. His name is Lee Foss. Really cool guy. He invited me out there. So me and my boy Gianni, we went out there. And wait, what's this the New York story? Yeah. Wait. Wait, what? Okay, no, sorry.
Can I have your autograph?
This is the LA story. So I got confused. So I just went to LA last week,
Yeah.
and I played in LA. Went to this dope festival like during the day. I played Saturday night, and I played 4 to 5 a.m. and my flight boarded at 7:10. So I literally went straight from the club back to my boy's house, went straight to the airport, got back at like 2:30 p.m. and I had a DJ at 5 o'clock at McQueen's, which is like my
God.
weekly Sunday spot. And didn't even have time to go home and take a shower. I called my boy that lives right downtown. I said, yo, look, like I'm coming to your house and I'm taking a shower and I got to go straight to McQueen's. Are you coming with me? He's like, yeah, I'll
shit.
come. So
So here's my question to that. Like, when I think of that lifestyle, holy fuck, it's fun. But it's living life in the fast lane. Like, do you see Caleb when he's 40 living that life?
yeah,
Okay.
I think so. I mean, I feel old as hell now and I'm only 25. I mean, I'm seasoned. Like I'm not as strong as I used to be. Everything gets older. It gets crazier with age. But I mean, this is what I want to do. Like eventually if I have children or whatever, like.
And I'm not saying it's bad. It's literally personal preference.
Yeah,
you know,
no.
You know.
Yeah, 100%. Like, especially like when I have kids, like I want them to be musically inclined because like I never played an instrument or anything before I started doing this. It was just like when I started DJing, I pretty much taught myself how to DJ. I didn't watch any videos. My boy had a controller. Just pretty much taught myself how to DJ, and then it hit the ground running from there. I DJ'd for probably, I'd say like four years before I started producing music, and then now I'm starting to get noticed like all over the country. I have a really, really, really big release that I locked in earlier this week that's coming out on a really bigger artist label, but I can't talk about it yet because I haven't signed the contract. But
Okay, sick.
it comes out in January. I'm playing a festival that just got announced, but the lineup hasn't been announced. It's going to be at Okeechobee, and it's called Insomniac Countdown for
Okay.
New Year's Eve. It's a 2-day camping festival,
Yeah.
and I just got booked to play Okeechobee next year. So
Sick.
Okeechobee Music Festival.
Sick.
sir.
It's big.
I'm gonna have your autograph. Wow, man, that's awesome. And you have a manager who handles all this.
So shout out to Housekeeper, shout out to Austin Hammer. Austin Hammer has been there through all of my ups and downs. I pretty much look at him like a father figure. I make music with my boy Dre. So pretty much like everybody, like all of us, like on the label, we started Housekeepers in 2017. The motto is keeping it clean since 17. That's like our slogan. And it's just, I've been so blessed with the way that I've been introduced to the music scene. The guy that discovered me at Guilt, circle back to that, that's how I got discovered. So I played like a 30-minute set, and they like approached me and they were like, yo, like we did not expect like you, like we got here early on accident and you played phenomenal house music. Like nobody does that here. Wow. They were like, we want you to come and play one of our parties. Then fast forward to a couple years, then we started doing events in Orlando, and then the end goal, or well, not the end goal. The goal from the beginning was to start as an event company and then grow into a record label. Okay. And we've been crushing it for the past 2 years. Like we hold it down in Orlando.
Do you think we could vlog Okeechobee Music Festival?
Yeah, why not?
Are we too old for that?
Maybe.
I can make it happen.
Do it.
Do they got like country music there too?
They're having like Tame Impala is one of the headliners.
Really?
Like it's all types of music, and there's still more artists that haven't been announced. But if you guys want to vlog it, I can make it happen because I'm playing. I can just get a media pass.
Let's fucking do it.
So then we can all.
What's the dates? Finger me.
March. I think it's like
hold
March.
on, dude. Say that. What did you just say?
Finger me.
What, dude?
I think it's like March 8th through the 10th. I could be
don't
wrong.
say it. Is that JD's birthday? Wedding? Oh no. Okay.
JD, let's change the venue, dog.
It could
Get
be.
married at Okeechobee.
Yeah, it'd be epic. So not only are you playing gigs, but you're also producing your own music outside of the venue.
Yes.
And so you have a record label, and that's how you're releasing those tracks?
Yeah, I have. Before I've had fucking so many different aliases. Before I fucking I don't even want to talk.
What's
about
the funniest one?
Unknown. And I had like the damn like unknown Pokemon symbol in the O.
That's funny. I like that.
It was bad. It's dark time. I was trying to find myself, but Unknown is now known as Caleb Dent. But anyways,
that is like a celebrity name, Caleb Dent.
Yeah. I mean, it was crazy. Like when I rebranded, like it was like everybody started fucking with me.
But that's your actual name?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's my first and last name, and it just rolls off the tongue. It's perfect. Like,
it's kind of funny that wasn't your first DJ name. You know, you went with aliases first, and then you're like, you know what, fuck this. I'm just gonna be.
I was DJ Blue Balls.
Yeah, right. But imagine if like you were DJ Blue Balls, and then you had another name, and then another name, and you're like, I'm just gonna be Nick Agnelli.
Yeah, but like Nick Agnelli's like not a DJ. That's like
too many syllables.
Italian chef that you're going like Nick Tomatoes pie. You know.
That's actually great.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe you should call it.
So I don't know if you guys have. Excuse me. Sorry. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of the platform called Beatport.
No.
It's kind of like. What would I compare it to?
LimeWire.
Damn, that's a throwback.
Shout out to LimeWire.
What I'm talking about, I'm up at like 10 o'clock at night, like looking over my shoulder, downloading music, trying not to get in trouble by my parents.
Right.
But sorry, I'm so scatterbrained right now. Wait, where?
Deep Port.
Oh yeah, what's the thing we never heard of?
Yeah, Beatport. I would say it's kind of like the platform of like a smaller version of like Billboard, but like for like electronic artists.
Oh, okay.
So like. It's a platform where you can buy music and support artists. Like it's a really, really big platform. Me and my boy Dre, we've had a lot of momentum this year. I would say probably by the end of the year we have put out 12 tracks maybe. Nice. So technically like one a month, but.
And so what goes into making those? Are you like sampling other songs and mixing and mastering, or like what goes into building a track?
So what?
Because you're not getting on there and singing, right? Like, what are you
doing? I've done some vocals for my old project.
Oh,
sick. Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, I really, really enjoy doing vocals. It's something that's really, really cool. But like hearing my voice over and over again is just so fucking repetitive. And
Trust me.
You've got a little bit of like a Steve-O voice. Have you ever gotten that before?
No.
You got a lot of like rasp in your voice. I never noticed until today.
I always get that I look like Aaron Hernandez though. So.
Oh shit, you do kind of look like Aaron.
I would never pull that out. I would never say that
He's
out
a
loud.
good-looking dude.
Yeah,
Questionable morals, good-looking
Yeah,
guy.
Very good looking
and he
guy.
caught a couple bodies in the trunk, but
Yeah,
he's still a
bro.
good football
You know, he
player.
fucks, yeah. Yeah, he fucks for sure.
Dude, he dates my sister, bro.
No, he fucks. Aaron Hernandez does. Get your head out of gutter, Pete.
I knew what you meant.
Finger me.
Oh man. So I would like when me and Dre get in the studio, like he's more of the hands-on person, I would say, because he's more experienced in the software. I'm pretty experienced as well, but he knows a lot more than I do, and I'm kind of like, I would say more of like the inspiration and like the ideas with some of the tracks. Like I would say our workload is probably maybe 50-50, 60-40. But
Are you guys similar age?
yeah.
Yeah.
Dre's 30. I keep forgetting he acts like a fucking 22-year-old boy. Love you to death, Dre.
Shout out to Dre.
God
So he's
damn,
a DILF.
I have a boyfriend and a girlfriend.
Hey.
I swear to God. But yeah, like I've been friends with him for years, and he used to come out to my shows all the time, and then was like, "Fuck, I want to DJ," and I was like, "Dude, like you're my homie. Like I'll do anything I can to put you the fuck on.
Cool.
Like I'll do that for all my homies. Like if I see your passion for music and you actually want to learn, and I fuck with you, I will invest my time and show you everything that I know to get you to a certain point, and then it's you what you do with what I've taught you and what you've learned."
So how many people are involved in the label?
I think there's 13 of us on the like 13 artists.
Okay.
And
Still growing? Are you looking to bring more on?
Well, I would say so. The artists that are signed to the label are like, it would be the core group.
Yeah.
But we have releases from people all over the country. Even like we have some of our other releases are like European releases, like guys from the UK and stuff like that. But like our core group, like we've been together since 17. Added on a couple people here and there, but
It's pretty tight knit.
yeah, we're a unit. Like
You got your team.
Hold,
You're
yeah,
set.
yeah, we hold it down.
And so what's like the long-term plan for that? You know, like kind of back into Nick's question, like where do you see yourself at 40? Do you think that some of like the crazy lifestyle and working the gigs back to back to back will be able to slow down as the label kind of grows and progresses and like, you know, selling music on platforms and streams, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, I feel like the momentum that myself and Dre have had, like, this year has been crazy, like, with how fast everything is happening. I was telling Olivia in the car, I was like, it's just crazy to think, like I'm booked for 2 huge festivals coming, like, to the end of the year, going into 2022. Like, it's crazy. So, like, hopefully next year I'll be in consistent festival circuit.
Right.
Hopefully she won't kill me. She hates when I leave.
So what's your schedule like? How much traveling are you doing these days? Quite a bit?
Yeah, quite a bit.
What's
It just depends.
what do you got coming up?
So. Oh yeah, I almost skipped that. So we're going to EDC Vegas. My boys invited me out. They're really, really big over in the UK. Their name is Solardo.
Cool.
They invited me out, and we're gonna go.
I gotta do one of these. I won't survive, but I think.
What's the festival that you said you went to? Was it Okeechobee?
Yeah. So Caleb, I'm an atomic bomb of just intensity, like partying while, like, yes, I need to do that before I die.
On like the 3 days a year that he decides
Yes,
to do
yes,
it.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
a grandpa most of the year.
And I told Olivia, because we're only gonna be able to go one day, because I gotta so we're gonna go Thursday to Saturday morning. So we're gonna go to EDC on Friday. The hours of EDC are 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. Our flight's at 7 a.m. So
Oh shit.
we're gonna make it work, but because I gotta play this cool ass warehouse party in Orlando, which is gonna be really sick. But everybody should definitely experience EDC Vegas at least once in their life. It's the biggest festival in North America. I've been twice. It's absolutely breathtaking.
Yeah.
Like it's in the middle of the Las Vegas Speedway. So it's so giant. They probably have at least like 13 stages, like, to be completely honest with you. And it takes, from the moment you like walk in to get to the other side of the festival, it takes about 30 minutes just to walk to the other side of the festival.
Nice.
It's crazy.
I went to the first Okeechobee Music Festival and it was huge. I don't know what's happened since. But so you have, back to the EDM and house music, the two kind of different sectors. What would you call like an okay? Because I would say that's my favorite type of.
I would call him EDM and trap music.
So there's a trap mix in there too.
Yeah.
Okay. Because like Jubal, I like too. Like, you know that song Jubal? Like I love that. So I don't know what do you categorize that as? Is that
That'd
house?
probably be trap.
Okay, so I would say that's kind of my vibe.
Yeah. So what makes something trap? Like, what's that definition?
Words in it.
Fuck, it's just like those grimy 808s, like almost kind of like when I say trap music, a lot of people are probably gonna think that like rap music,
Gangster
but like
rap,
nah, but like trap music,
which
is
that
like,
was a confusing transition because when
it was
me in
very
high school,
confusing.
that's what trap music was, right?
Yeah.
100. That's the music I was trapping to.
yeah, exactly.
You know, and then all of a sudden there was another meaning.
Yeah, and then it came to EDM trap, like just like heavy 808s with like crazy like.
Which I guess both of those. Did you guys guess that?
Yeah.
And then I emphasized
Both of those together.
They have that in common though, you know. Like even trap music was big bass, you know, and 808s. So I guess maybe there's some.
Yeah, with like hip hop samples and stuff like that. It's just crazy how many genres are in electronic music. There's fucking electro house, progressive house, tech house, minimal deep tech house. Like
Jesus Christ.
I could go on for hours.
It gets deep.
Yeah.
I ask him all the time. I'll be like, so what is this?
Yeah.
Do not like, what is this?
That's funny.
Because everything, it varies. You play a variety of different
House.
genres.
Things,
Yeah.
yeah.
Of house.
Yeah.
Now you're not really a fan of EDM, or do you?
So when I was managing Kachina,
Like when
and
in
I
Rome?
first started there,
Yeah.
at like 19. Yeah, it's okay. Go ahead. It's okay.
Yeah.
Go for it. So when I first started managing Kachina at 19, I didn't listen to anything other than rap trap. You know, like that was really the only genre I listened to.
Yeah.
Same.
But we also didn't book DJs then. You know, this is before Kachina was the Kachina it is today. This
Correct.
You're talking about the upstairs place, right?
No, that one's Spazia, which
Spazia,
I also
yeah,
manage
yeah.
that place. But this is the one on the island. It's like an Italian restaurant,
Yeah.
and then the restaurant turns into a club afterwards. But when I first started there, we didn't book DJs. You know, now we do. We've progressed a long way. But at that time, I was the DJ. You know, like we had a computer in the back of the room that
Were you
had
really?
every
Yeah.
fucking song you could ever think of on it, and it was I just had to come up with a playlist and play music from the whole shift. You know, even during dinner time. You know, so I had to diversify my music selection quite a bit. Because during dinner, we're playing fucking Michael Bublé and Frank Sinatra. It's an Italian restaurant, you know? You're playing classy shit.
So we
which
just-
I also knew nothing about, you know? I didn't know anything other than fucking Rich Homie at the time.
Yeah.
Can we just talk about how Olive Garden plays the shittiest Italian music?
Olive Garden?
Olive Garden.
What
I'll
are
tell
they,
you
what are
what.
they bumping in there? I haven't been in Olive Garden. I don't know
Some
ever.
fugazi Italian music.
Yeah.
Just like their slogan, when you're here, you're family.
Yeah, man, fuck. And that genre's so easy, too. How do you fuck up good Italian music? You put on a Frank Sinatra playlist, and it's like
Easily.
hard to fail.
I could go to sleep with a Frank Sinatra playlist.
Yeah, I'm a Michael Bublé guy.
So back to the original question, you like EDM?
So it grew on me, you know, like I said, Thief was like our anthem that
Yeah.
week of the paintball weekend. And I've got a handful of songs now that I could say like I enjoy, but still, if we get in the car and like I'm putting music on, it's gonna be rap.
Rap.
You
Okay.
know?
And for you, what are other genres besides EDM that are outlets for you and that you really like listening to?
Dude, I listen to everything. Like,
Really?
I grew up like, because I'm biracial. I'm Italian and black, so I got the best of both worlds.
Wow, you do.
Everybody thinks I'm Hispanic. It's okay.
I could see it.
Yeah, everybody thinks I'm, especially when I get my hair cut, everybody thinks I'm Dominican.
Yeah. that's what I was gonna say.
Okay, yeah, I get the Dominican vibe
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, I've been kind of lazy. My facial hair is absolutely insane. But I grew up listening, like, my mom always listened to Tim McGraw, Kenny Chesney. I love country music. Listen to a lot of rock.
Okay.
I honestly, I listen to everything. And I think that's what gives me a lot of, I would say, kind of like edge in my sound. Because I feel like, especially some of the music that I work on, I incorporate a lot of like older stuff that like appeals to like older people. So like when they hear it, they're like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah, I
Like
actually
this is
fuck
a
with
cool
this.
spin on that. Like
Yeah.
it's something different. Like I like to do like one track that I did with my boys, Rash and the guys that are on our label, Massive. They're two twins. So for the longest time, I couldn't tell them apart.
That's his DJ name, Massive?
Yeah, MASF.
That's
It's
kinda
two of them?
cool.
Yeah, it's two of them.
That's
They're
funny.
actually from down
Wait, that's
south.
his name or that's his DJ name?
That's their DJ name. They're
Okay.
it's Alex,
Two people.
Alex and Michael are their names.
Massive. I like
Yeah,
that.
MASF. Yeah,
That's funny.
massive. So we have this one track called Anywhere, and we sampled. We did a flip to the 112 Anywhere track. It's like a super like slow like R&B track.
Okay.
This is pretty much the baby making music track.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
That's
Sick.
awesome.
What was the name of that one?
It's called Anywhere.
All right, we'll put it in the description.
Now, where could we find these tracks? Can we find them on Spotify?
I'm on Spotify.
Sick.
And we'll post his information in our bio. I think what you're doing at your age and the way you progress is fucking amazing, and I'm on the train. I'm your number one fan. And
Gotta
Caleb,
get you guys out to one of my shows.
Oh
yeah,
I was telling Olivia, I was gonna hit you up and like try to like do like a little surprise for either Countdown or Okeechobee, and I want you guys to come out.
Hell yeah.
And I wasn't gonna tell her, but I was like, it's gonna get ruined anyway, so I'm just gonna tell you.
Sick. Let's do it, man.
I'll be the +3.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Okay, some lighter questions for you, Caleb. What's your favorite cereal?
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Okay, what's
But I don't eat my cereal in my milk. I'll put
separate?
it yeah. I'm a weird fuck.
Wait. What
Two
do you
bowls?
mean? You dip a spoon.
No. I'll just straight up eat the shit out of the box with my hand and then have a cup of milk next to me.
Oh, so
I'm a savage.
you throw it in the mouth and then sip. It's your chaser.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of a bad
100%.
idea.
And like, how many handfuls is breakfast?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I would say cereal for me is like munchies. Like
Okay.
when
The
I'm
limit
baked,
does not exist.
Yeah, no. When I'm baked, I'm going straight to the cabinet. I'm looking for the easiest thing that I can get my hand in
Yeah.
and just go to town.
Okay,
You
bet.
know what I miss? The bowls that had the straw
Yeah.
in the bowl.
Yeah.
Super cool.
Those
Well,
fuck.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch makes me think of that bowl because
Yeah.
like the. I guess I'm gonna
Cocoa
regret
Puffs too, because it was chocolate milk.
Right, 100%.
Yeah, and then you get like the cinnamon milk. Like sometimes I would do it when I was younger, but I don't know. I don't like cereal obviously is meant to be soggy, but I like my shit a little tough.
So I'm glad we got JoJo in the room today because I was just roasting her last night saying we talked about the soggy cereal thing. JoJo is someone that lets her cereal marinate before she eats it. It turns into just like cold oatmeal.
It's like when you eat honeycombs and they just like pretty much
I
disintegrate.
don't think I've ever had honey. Are you?
I
have you
love
had
honey.
No, I don't think I've ever had
I've seen the
honeycombs.
commercials.
They're really good.
Are they?
JoJo likes Fruity Pebbles.
Okay.
And that's like already a pretty soft cereal to begin
Yeah.
with. There's not a lot to it.
So it's kind of
It's
a
like
mush?
that's like eating confetti.
That's a great way to put it.
Mm.
Well, the only reason I say that is because I went to this music festival in Chicago. It was called ARC. And I don't know if you've ever heard of Elro.
No.
Dude, they throw the craziest parties. Like I'm talking about, they bring like 20,000 pounds of like confetti. And I was standing on stage and like the confetti blast was like so extensive that I had a whole bunch of confetti in my drink and I didn't realize it. And I was like, ugh.
We did it once at Kachina where we had to hire a guy that brought this confetti cannon, and it looks like a pressure washer or something. You know, it's like
huge.
a big contraption with a tube on it. Fill it with a shitload of confetti.
And it just blew
and
it?
in a split second, Kachina had like 1.5 inches of confetti
Are you kidding
everywhere. Everywhere.
I want to blow the cannons before I die too. Those fucking.
The
Oh, I
cryo
can make that
cannons?
happen.
Yeah,
I know
yeah,
a guy.
When's the first time you ever got drunk? What was that story?
Oh, we'll
Do you
do it at
remember?
4 for our party. They've got them at 4.
Oh fuck yeah!
you got
So, fuck. I think the first time I ever got drunk, like really drunk, was with my mom and one of my boys. She like won like some like hotel stay at like Cocoa Beach.
Okay.
And I was like 16 and I'm talking about
Were you at Coconut?
no, where were we? Actually, we weren't. Well, I was like 16.
Yeah.
So like we weren't allowed. I wasn't allowed to drink. So like we would make drinks up in the hotel room, and I'm talking about Pinnacle vodka
Yep.
whipped with Sprite.
That was the go-to.
I'll never drink that shit ever again.
No, that's another one for me. I'll
That
never
was a
touch
go-to.
that.
And it was a crazy experience because like me and my boy, I think we like took like a walk, like just down like on the actual street. I don't know why we didn't walk down the beach, and then we were like trying to get into this strip club, and it just did not
At
work.
16.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did not work. They were like, "Where are your IDs at?" And I was like, "I got my school ID." And they were like, "Get the fuck out of here."
You don't know me, I'm unknown.
What about? Oh shit! When was the first time you got drunk?
Uh,
Do you remember that? With Matt?
no, I don't remember the first time, honestly. I don't think.
It's so long
Do you
ago,
remember?
man. Yeah, I puked.
You puked.
That's why I can't drink Captain Morgan anymore.
Yeah,
I've
Captain
never-
Morgan makes me think of drinking in high school. That was
exactly.
like the go-to.
I'm talking about
handle.
like pulling up to the bonfire with if you don't got any girls or a handle, don't pull
No,
up.
Don't pull up.
Don't pull up.
It's
Yeah,
And
like-
don't bring no dudes unless you got girls and alcohol.
Don't bring
It's
no
like the
dudes.
unwritten rules of a party back
Yeah,
then.
dude, come on.
So for you, Caleb, what do you see? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? What is kind of your goals as far as that next 5 years for you?
I mean, hopefully everything keeps going with the flow, everything the way my music career is going. Hopefully in 5 years I'm consistently touring to the point where I don't have to work. I mean, I don't really work now. I mean, technically I do because I have my weekly every Sunday at McQueen's, and that pays my bills. So I'm chilling right now, but I wanted to get to the point where like I'm consistently touring, like show after show after show, to the point where if it gets to a point where I don't want to do this anymore, I have financial backing where I can just retire.
Right.
So
and the streams and stuff, that's like residual, you know, that stuff lives there forever. So once you get that to a point where like you're paying bills with the money that's
constantly
coming in
getting
from there,
royalties.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Good shit, man.
Well, that's awesome, man.
So that being said, what are like your next steps to get to that? You know, what gets you a tour?
So we're about to launch, like we're about to branch off from Housekeepers, and we're about to launch an agency.
Okay.
So with that being said, with the agency now, I have my manager and my agent, and we're gonna start a team, gonna have interns scouting venues, and then try to get us to where we're all circulating.
And so what builds a
playing.
tour? You're basically just locking down big venues across the country, you know, and then you just go cross them all off the list?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, a lot of the venues that I've played, I've gone out there and got it myself. But it'll be nice to have the structure where I don't have to worry
someone
about
behind the scenes lining
exactly
everything
where
up.
I don't have to do anything except for focus on the music.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
So
what's the biggest venue you've ever played? Or the dopest, you know, if it's not
Guild's
the same.
got to be pretty big.
yeah, Guild's pretty cool. I would probably say this nightclub in Chicago called Prism, and I got to open for Chris Lake like a couple years ago, and it was like after a huge festival, and I got to play like 5 hours with my boy Steve. Shout out to Steve, he's the one that put me on in Chicago.
Aoki?
No.
Okay.
I wish.
Yes.
And I got to open for like, I think we played like a 5 hour set. It was fucking amazing. And there was at least 1,500 people in that building.
Damn.
It was wall to wall, upstairs, downstairs.
Wow.
It's the way I can't even explain that, like that feeling. It's like a high. Like that's what does it for me is like, it's such a crazy feeling to be able to control like the crowd and how you can just take the energy anywhere. Cause I have a lot of stage presence. Like don't like that's my number one thing. If you don't have stage presence and you look mad while you're DJing, just give up.
Which is a thing, right? There's a lot of guys out there that are fucking.
They just look mad
like they're
at the
in
world.
the zone, right?
Well, I mean, I get it. Like that's just not me. But those people, I would say, are a lot more like introverted and like I would say they get more of a kick of producing music.
Yeah, they're the engineer.
I think I just saw on your story today, maybe, that you were standing on a bar licking a light bulb.
Yeah,
is that what was happening?
Yeah. That was yesterday. I was.
That's
actually the first time I got up on the bar there and stood up on the bar because one of my boys is always up there, screaming, being ignorant. So I was like, let me just get up there real quick.
Let me try that real quick.
And I was like, I wonder if this light bulb's hot.
It was hot as fuck, huh?
Oh, it was hot as shit. I regretted it immediately.
Yeah.
Is it like a myth, or are you guys actually listening to music? You know, like, you know the DJ thing? You know, where they got like
No, it's just an illusion.
You know?
It's just for looks.
Have you ever done that? Like put it back and
No,
just
you're
been like...
listening to the song that you're gonna play next, right? To make
Okay.
sure it like flows well into.
Yeah. So I already know. I'm listening to the next song before you hear it.
No way. That's what's going on in there?
Yeah. So I'm queuing it up to go to match it on beat. So like when I transition,
It's seamless.
yeah, it's seamless.
So you don't preheat that oven before you show up to work? You know what I'm saying?
Never.
You're-
I just
You're
throw.
the oven.
No, I honestly like. I don't ever really like plan a set unless it's gonna be like if I'm playing it like EDC or something like that.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
well, to
But
I
even
would
to that point, are they like hitting play and then just like show, you know? Like what was that?
There's probably both, right? I'm sure those people exist.
Oh yeah, like I'm not gonna out any of these bigger DJs because if they see this shit, I mean, it's cancel culture around here.
Right.
I've been canceled almost a bunch of times.
Yeah.
But anyways, everybody's sensitive.
Not today.
Not today. Take your fucking vitamins, wash your hands, everything will be all right. Fucking Damn it.
They hit play and they
Okay.
just let it ride.
So yeah. So there's a lot of bigger DJs that like they just get paid to stand up there and press play because they're more of entertainers than actual.
And they're drawing the crowd because of their clout or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Throwing cake on people. But
I'm not gonna say any names.
I didn't say his name.
Steve.
What's crazy though is I've seen him probably like at least 10 times.
Is it a good show though?
Yeah, it's a great. It's a performance. He's an entertainer. But at the end of the day, there's where you draw the line where like if you want to get more technical, I mean, he's a great producer. Don't get me wrong. Anyways, but it's
There's levels to it.
Yeah, there's levels to it. It's all about what I mean. I've learned the hard way too. Like when I first started DJing, like you got to play for the crowd, like
Right.
and still be able to have like that stability where you can take it different directions. Like you got to be able to read the room.
Right.
If you play for yourself, it's not gonna work out.
And for that reason, showing up with a predetermined set doesn't work out because you don't know what the crowd's going to be before you get there. And if you've got your set in mind and they're not fucking with it,
you gotta be able to adapt. You gotta be able to adapt. Like the way I do it, I never really like plan a set. I'll download a whole bunch of tracks and then just throw them into a crate and title my playlist the most ignorant shit that I can.
And go with the flow.
Yeah, and just go with the flow. I'll feel the room and then just read it very well.
You get a little zap before you show up, a little pre-workout or like shots, or you just show up sober?
Little fireball.
It just shout out to Fireball.
Shout out to Fireball.
Thank you, Fireball.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I got like I recently I haven't really been like drinking, but like I don't know, it's all about balance.
Yeah.
Like so, like normally if like a big show, like I'll show up, get into the green room, and where's the bottle?
Yeah.
I need a couple shots before I get on stage to loosen myself up, and then I'll drink throughout the set. But like I don't ever like to get like aggressively drunk. Like
you're working.
Yeah, exactly. It's crazy because like a lot of people like they only see it as like the party aspect. Like, dude, I'm here to do a job.
Yeah.
I'm getting paid.
Yeah.
Like, I got to be on point. Like, and I'm making a name for myself, so I don't want to get too fucked up and act like an ass.
Right.
I've been there, done that.
I bartended one time in my life. It's for a wedding, and I blacked out.
Yeah.
It sucked.
I mean, it was the same kind of what you're saying resonates with me. Even like at Kachina and 123, when you're the manager, you know, like you're giving out shots all the time, you know, and everyone sort of thinks if you ask them, hey, you want to do a shot? If you ask the manager, like you're gonna get a shot for free, you know, because the manager's just gonna pour you in on the shot.
Exactly.
And but it's sort of the same deal, you know. And don't get me wrong, like I definitely did plenty of shots when I was working. But I also knew that I was there to do a job, and I still had to count the money at the end of the night and write the emails and like.
I feel like bartending super drunk is not fun at all.
No, right. At a certain point when you can't do your job anymore, that's not fun. You know? Like,
and if I get to that point where I'm too drunk, I'm ready to go to bed.
Yeah, right.
True.
I get sleepy.
Yeah.
Do you guys like Ruppelmans?
I think that it tastes good. Like, I enjoy the taste.
Christmas.
But it's dangerous because it's 100 proof. That shit's fucking strong.
That's 100 proof?
Yeah, it's exactly.
That
Nick,
explains a lot.
I mean, same with Fireball. I think Fireball's 90 proof or something like that.
No
Some shit
way.
like that. Yeah.
That's like stronger than moonshine.
You'll black out quick.
But Ruppelmans is nice though.
I'm not a fan. I've had some bad experiences with Rumplemans and just with certain people. I'm not gonna out them.
I don't love the syrupy liqueurs either. Rumplemans is like on the thicker side.
Yeah.
It's
a liqueur.
Yeah, right, like a
It kind of
Sambuca.
tastes like mouthwash.
Yeah, 100%.
Wait, Sambuca?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Sambuca's
tastes
kinda
like
nice.
Listerine.
Sambuca's kind of nice,
One of these days,
but again, syrupy.
I'm gonna invite people over and have Sambuca on the oven, just like heating up. Is that a weird thing to do?
No, that's a thing.
It is it?
Right. That's Nick.
Oh, Sambuca.
That's like-
I'm thinking of Chinese. Yes.
Sake.
Yeah.
I don't fuck with sake.
I don't like it either.
It's too like yeasty. Tastes like yeast.
I'm not a fan.
Drink yesterday that Hispanic.
Oh,
What's
aguardiente.
that?
Hey Joe, what's the camera say on the screen right now?
Small town girl.
Back.
Hey guys. Oh fuck.
I stole your job. You always clap.
What were we just talking about?
Damn.
So when did you start watching porn?
Wow. We went there.
man.
We did. And I told
That was a
people-
great way to fire it off. It really broke the ice.
I admitted that I'd shit myself too.
This one's been all over the place. I love
You're
it.
right.
Rumpelman.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Sick. Good job, babe. Thank you for that.
What? Okay. Would you rather prove aliens or ghosts are real?
They're both real.
Okay, that's deep in itself. We got to unpack this, Caleb.
Yeah.
What?
I mean, dude, like, fuck, like.
I'm kind of on his train, though.
That's a bold statement.
Is it?
Dude.
You ever seen a fucking ghost, Pete? Because I haven't.
No, but are you convinced they're not real?
Yeah, because I ain't never fucking seen one.
So you're a 100% non-believer?
Until I fucking meet one, yeah.
So you're telling me that, like, you've never had, like, any, like, paranormal activity, like, experiences, like, dude, I remember one time I had a crazy-ass experience. We were playing with the Ouija board, me and my friends one time.
Bro, that's risky business off rip.
Wait, what's a Ouija board?
You have no idea?
Ouija board is?
It's like the game board that's got, like, bad juju, and you move...
It's got all the letters on it, and, like, you and all your friends, you put your hands on it, and, like, the shit just guides it when you ask it questions.
I've never used one. Does it... I mean...
We should use one.
Oh, my God.
Is it like a psychic type thing?
Yes, but there's no psychic involved. It's just the board and you.
It's gravity?
And it's no...
I don't know. That was kind of my point. It really moves when you put your hands on it?
No. See, here's my thing. The mind is a supercomputer, right?
Yeah.
It will find ways to connect. That's why psychics are, in my opinion, which is a whole different
this is
another
a good one, too.
wormhole, right? But psychics, in my opinion, they're just really good at kind of connecting the dots. You know, you have a brother. No, I don't. Oh, that's the bad read. Your mother has a brother. Okay, so it's a male.
It's like
it's a male figure in your life that's missing. No, my dad was in my life. Your grandfather died early, wasn't it? Yeah, you're
There's
right.
a lot of open-ended
So
questions.
you find the connections, and then once you start thinking like, oh my God, they just read my fucking mind. Boom, you're done. You're toast. So
Exactly.
But, okay, so do you think that they're all fraud, though? I think there's definitely those that exist. Just like maybe there's some DJs that show up and press play. There's probably some psychics that are just real good at asking open-ended questions. But maybe there's some...
You think people talk to the afterlife? Because my kicker to that is, why don't the ghost talk to Gabby Petito and say, hey, what actually happened here?
She's not one of those that can talk to them.
What the fuck does that mean? You get the
I
pick?
don't know, dude. No, I'm saying...
You get the golden star? You're the ghost, you know?
What? I don't really get what you mean by that.
How, to me, right, I'm like a realist, so I gotta see the connection of, like, how they talk to fucking ghosts, Pete. How does that work?
Who's they? The psychics?
Yeah.
Mediums.
They've got a gift.
I don't know. They got some special water or something.
Something.
Well, that's it. But
Some
my
people
thing
are-
is they should be able to use their gift besides $50 an hour.
Oh, you're saying why don't the psychics go talk to the ghosts and find out what happened?
Do something, you know? Yeah.
I don't know, dude. I don't have an answer for that. I
Yeah.
guess it just doesn't work that
So
way.
that's my kicker.
So you don't think aliens are real?
You've never seen one, Nick. I know you haven't.
No,
I could be an alien. You never know.
I don't believe in it.
So he did say last time he
That's
asked this
true.
question, he said that, and he was
Peanut.
like, "What if they're like fucking just ants? You know, ants. We don't know it, but they're and right. That blew my mind.
Holy shit.
You guys
Yeah.
ever seen the merch that like birds aren't real?
Yeah.
It's almost like that. Like, what if birds are just aliens watching over us all
Prove
the time?
to me like the movie Nemo isn't real. You know, like prove to me.
What?
I still think I
You know what I'm
always-
saying?
No. What do you mean?
The fish could be talking to each other.
That's what
Well,
I'm
they
saying.
probably are, dude.
And
But
that's
you also
alien.
think dogs don't communicate?
What's the definition of alien?
On paper or
Like,
And like
I was gonna say anybody that's not from the United States.
extraterrestrial being.
okay, so for the alien to be an
Oh
alien.
shit, Caleb, that was fire. that went right over my head. That was
Oh,
good.
the legal term?
Yeah, that was good.
That's why I said on paper.
Yeah, that was good.
Because whenever you go to fill out a job application,
Yeah.
if you really like read it, it says, "Are you an illegal alien?"
U.S. citizen or alien?
Yeah.
true.
Check the box.
I don't know, man. I think it's about time they come down and show us some shit.
So,
I think-
so you're 100% sure they're real?
yeah. Do you think the Earth is flat?
Well, no. Well,
I mean, I don't know 100% that it's not flat, but
Really?
See, typically,
Why not?
typically they'll go, hey, wait. So you do think it's flat?
yeah.
You think we live in a globe?
I think we live in like a dome.
Yeah,
Like, the
I'm
Earth
telling
is
you.
flat
I'm
and
telling
it's
you,
a
Clay
fucking
Meister.
dome.
Yeah. Clay Meister thinks that there's a dude up there with a switch. He's like, hurricane, flick, tornado over here, boom,
Damn. Okay. Do
I
you have
believe
any
in-
like?
I believe in weather manipulation too. Like,
I'm telling you, it's
How
the
do they do
YouTube
that? Like
wormhole.
the chemtrails? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, when it comes to like hurricane, there's got to be like some sort of center where they can start to shit,
I think so.
like get it a brewing.
And what's the purpose for that? To sell more water?
To destroy homes and rebuild them. So there's roofing
that's
industry.
the thing. And I'm not going to even say the word conspiracy theorist, but once you start believing one, it's a domino effect, and all the other dominoes have to go down for the whole story to kind of be true, right? Because the Earth is flat, so that means that the guys didn't actually go to fucking the moon. That's fake too, yeah?
Yeah, that's why they didn't fuck with Christopher Columbus, because he realized the Earth was flat, and they were like, no.
You see everyone on Instagram today roasting Christopher Columbus? Is it
No.
Columbus Day or something?
Yeah, that's what it is. No, I didn't see anybody roasting him.
I've seen so many memes roasting Christopher Columbus today.
So now I guess this is like about
Indian, yeah,
Today's
indigenous
Columbus
people.
Day?
Yeah.
I'm about to tweet after this Happy Flat Earth Day.
Oh shit! I mean, in their defense, though,
So the moon landing didn't happen?
No.
Okay.
Just like, this is a really touchy subject, but I still think to this day that 9/11 was a military training exercise on
Holy
this country.
shit,
That's a bold-
Caleb.
Caleb, okay. Hey, listen.
Jet fuel does not melt steel beams.
Here's my kicker. That, like, were you there?
No.
Okay.
Just like we don't know if the Earth is flat. We've never been to space.
Well, didn't Jeff Bezos just take a quick trip up there?
And a dick, yeah.
In a day.
Here's what I'll say.
Did he give any feedback on the shape of the Earth?
No, his blue balls were flying high. All I know is, and I think on behalf of us here, we'll speak this. I'm not afraid of getting canceled. I'll just say this. I wasn't here, and I can't prove one way or the other. And even in saying that, I'll be on your complete team here, saying that in the 9/11, for instance, that doesn't mean that the families affected and the lives that were...
No.
Yeah,
it was a
yeah.
tragedy, but it's so crazy with the way that everything is going on with our government, how the media, like, I don't know if you guys should definitely watch this documentary. I recommend it for everyone. It's called Out of the Shadows.
Okay.
And it's like covers like a lot of like conspiracy shit, like Pizzagate and shit like that.
Pizzagate?
Like,
What's Pizzagate?
Fuck is Pizzagate?
you don't know what Pizzagate is?
Maybe if you start...
Pizzagate is pretty much like all the politicians like about like pedophilia.
Oh, yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Okay. I was trying to find the conspiracy about pizza that you were talking about.
No.
Yeah,
That
it was
bell.
so weird because like I always heard about that and then like finally like figured out what it was. But
Okay.
where I was going with the Out of the Shadows thing, I would say one of the number one weapons in America is the media outlets.
Hell
yeah.
Because like back in the day, like they covered in the documentary, it's propaganda. Like back like in the Nazi times, like that's what they used. They used motion pictures. And think about it, when you're watching TV, it's TV. It's called television. They're programming you to watch certain things. And you get into a routine where you're being programmed by whatever news station or whatever channel you're watching because you've been watching it religiously and faithfully.
Right.
And it just...
I'll say that, and I think in our age group, both sides of the aisle could agree on this, that what the media puts out is manipulating, and it hits pressure points, and it is emotional, and they do want a reaction because that's what gets clicks. That's what brings the higher commercials, and everything's about money.
See what they
everything's
only see
about
what they
money,
want you
right?
to see.
Right. Just like if I want to really be pronounced as a host of a podcast, we'll put a crazy caption on the fucking video, like he thinks the Earth is flat. Like that's and
to
thumbnail
that
that.
point, though, I think people are a little bit to blame as well, in addition to the media, because we don't do our due diligence in doing our homework.
But the due diligence
No.
is split too, Pete. You can find
Let me finish
information
the
on both
thought.
sides.
Yes, let me finish the thought. I think there's too much clickbait out there.
Yes.
People will create a title saying, this video, Caleb Dent thinks 9/11 was fake.
Yeah.
You know? And now someone can look at the title of that video and be like, oh my God, you know Olivia Price's boyfriend thinks that 9/11 didn't even really happen?
Yeah.
Which that is not what he just said at all. But
Yeah.
they won't even watch the episode and get an hour into it to find out what he actually said. They're going to read the title of the video and that guy's out of his fucking mind. He doesn't
Correct.
think 9/11 even happened.
Correct.
Which is not what he said.
And they jump to conclusions. You're
But
right.
they don't
Exactly.
even do the research or due diligence to know what the actual content of that article was, because we live in like this clickbait world.
That's right.
You know?
Instant gratification. They want to know now.
What you were about to say is also true, where you can pretty much Google anything and get confirmation on it.
Correct.
And then also Google the opposite and get confirmation on
Yeah,
that.
that's like when somebody goes on like the internet and they Google their diagnosis and they're like, "Yo,
Yeah, I'm dying. Clearly,
here we go.
It's cancer.
Dying.
Yeah.
Yep. So I wasn't really gonna get into this, but now that we're on the conspiracy theory shit, you guys got me
we
fucking
sparked
going.
a plug.
I like it.
So how do you guys feel on this whole COVID-19 and vaccination thing?
Okay, I like that. I'm very like pro just do whatever you want to do. It's your fucking body.
It's your
we
choice.
shouldn't be told that we have to do it. If you don't want to, I don't think you should have to. And if you want to, knock yourself out, and that's great.
I mean, I feel like I agree with you 100%. Like, at the end of the day, it's your choice. Like, I am personally not going to get the vaccine just because nobody knows what this shit is going to do to you in however many years. This is just a conspiracy theory.
Right.
I'm not right. But you don't know. You could take the vaccine, and this could be a good way for population control, which it already is.
Right.
But
But
you don't know if it's going to make you sterile.
Correct.
You don't know if it's going to make you sterile when you go to have children.
We don't really know much,
To play
I
devil's
feel like.
avocados here for the great...
Right.
This is also a big thing, too, and I'm talking to you in the fucking camera. Start having discussions with people where two different people have different points of view and normalize that shit, an actual discussion. And not an argument or a cancel
Exactly.
or
Yeah,
whatever.
right.
A
It's
healthy
like talking
discussion.
about, like, don't bring it to the point where
Yeah.
it's like when you go to your family gathering and you
Yeah.
bring up fucking politics. Don't
Yeah.
do that. Like,
Correct.
But I think two people, your point, I think of what you're saying is two people should be able to have different
Correct.
opinions and have a conversation and that not be an argument.
Absolutely. And so to play devil's advocate against that point, it's like these have been passed by the CDC and the Board of Health, and 130 million adults have taken the vaccine, myself included, right? So if they're trying to do population control, I'm fucked. Half the world is fucked, right?
Yeah,
So
right.
that's crazy. And the world is basically over at that point if you want to really get to that, whatever.
yeah. And I'm not like I get it.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not one of those guys that's like,
You shouldn't
get
get
the
it.
vaccine.
Yeah.
You're fucking dumb because
Right.
like
Yeah.
I get it. Like, my mom she's not like with the strongest health, and whenever she gets sick, she gets an pneumonia.
Right.
So I completely understand
Yeah.
why her and my grandma got it. Like, they're getting older. I get it. I advise all older people to get the vaccine. It is what it is. But personally, I'm a little woke. I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
that-
don't think there should be anything wrong with that.
And that's
I got my flu shot right before COVID,
Yeah.
and I don't mean to put you on blast, but she got COVID twice, and we lived together. Obviously, I didn't get it both times.
Yeah.
My point and stance in the nucleus of my belief is everyone just do whatever the fuck you want to do that makes you happy and
Exactly.
comfortable. It's so simple. And for some reason, everyone's like atmospheres has been expanding and like they want your gravity and to change your opinion, and I have to win because my point is better. It's not. It doesn't matter. It's
like a dick showing contest.
Exactly. And be respectful of others. My whole thing is I haven't changed my life really since COVID had happened. I've thrown parties.
I got free money.
Yeah. So that's true.
Yeah,
but
right.
but I did what I felt comfortable with. I wasn't immune deficient. I didn't have pre-existing conditions or anything like that. If you did, I totally understand why you want to quarantine and why you want to stay inside. My stance is, and to answer your original question of the vaccine, do whatever you want to do to make you happy, and you take that the way you want it. That's not. I got the vaccine. That does not mean I'm pro-vaccine or anti-vaccine. I'm saying is if I had kids, I want to be able to make the choice for my kids whether they're getting it. I don't want the government to tell me that my kids need to get it. And there's a huge difference. And also, just to play facts here, in the last 3 weeks, Florida's cases have gone down to the 49th highest percentage of COVID in the United States. And we have no regulations here.
Wait. So what you're saying is we're 49th best?
No. So our cases have done a nosedive, 85%.
We're doing
better.
good.
Yeah,
Exactly.
because at one point we were like the worst.
Worse, exactly. So to my point is we have no regulations, but yet we're one of the most populated and healthiest states in this.
Shout out to Ron DeSantis,
Yeah,
the fucking
dude.
goat.
For real, man.
But that is my stance on it. Do whatever makes you happy, and don't defriend someone, don't hate someone or get in an argument over this stuff, guys. Have your beliefs. Don't push them onto people, and just have a conversation, and don't try to educate, really try to see the other point of view.
Yeah.
And I think that's the healthiest thing is whenever I'm having a debate, we'll call it, I literally am trying to see where they're coming from and why they have the beliefs they have. Yeah. It was their upbringing, it was their education, the way their parents raised them, their
They were
environment.
brainwashed by the media.
That could be it too,
real.
So to each their own. All I'm saying is be happy and healthy, and whatever that means to you, that means to you.
Yeah.
Um,
To one more point about that, the thing that scares me about the vaccine potentially ever getting mandated, you know, or the idea of it should ever get mandated.
That's what I was
is
just
then
about to say.
where do you draw that line? You know, then what's the next shot?
I think that is the line in the sand.
Says who though? Because I bet 5 years ago, if you would say, yeah, the government's going to make everyone get a shot, you'd be like, hey,
you're
yeah, not
fucking
me.
crazy.
You know?
Yeah.
But I just this is the last point that I wanted to touch on this. I'm glad you brought that up. Like, I just don't think that it is humanely fair for all of these job companies to be able to
Mandate.
like, look, if you don't get the vaccine, you're being terminated. Like that, in my opinion, that's not fucking America.
Yeah.
Because at that point, you don't have a choice.
Right.
Or even the incentives. Like,
Yeah.
you've gone to eat and seen on server screens, like,
If you get the vaccine, you get a $50 gift card.
That's pretty funny. What the hell?
It does make it a little sketchy though. Like they're trying to.
What's the agenda? Because I mean, if you've got yours, why do you care if I have mine?
Exactly, and they're all not pushing the same vaccine.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'll say this too, guys.
That's weird, too.
If you are listening at home and this is firing you up and you want to come talk about the other point of view, you have a seat. You are welcome.
Flame us in the comments. Either way, it's good.
But because I really am, I am the middle of the aisle. I will listen to both sides. I will play devil's advocate on each one. I have my personal beliefs, but that doesn't really need to be said, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
So and I'll keep that to myself. But if you do want to come on and discuss the other side of what Caleb is saying, please do, because you know your voice needs to be heard as well. But know that it's all within a healthy discussion. I'm not going to get in an argument. There's no point in that.
Yeah, for sure.
And again, start having these discussions. And have it as a discussion, not an argument, because that's how growth is made. That's how really intelligence is pushed.
And you shouldn't be having that conversation with the intent of changing the other person's mind.
Yeah, exactly.
right.
I feel like it's to the point where, like, yo, look, like, how do you feel about this with everything that's going on in our fucking country? Like, I would never in a million years think that I would be, like, go into a grocery store now where, like, certain people, they still wear masks and they are the way they are. They have their beliefs and they feel the way that they do. And I go to cough and sneeze and I'm getting looked at like I just robbed somebody in the store.
Right, 100%.
And it's scary that we live in a time that I can know someone's political identification by whether they wear a mask or not. Like that. Yeah. And that's sad to me. That
it's
really
also
is.
sad to me that you can't post your opinion about these things like on Facebook without there being a fucking debate in the comments.
But also, my kicker to that is why, and I will argue this to the point I die, bumper stickers, flags in your yard, signs in front of the school.
You'll get vandalized nowadays.
Right? But what I'm saying is, what's the... Like, I will never understand the point. I guess there's psychology behind it. Yeah, but my thing is, keep that support to your fucking self. And you know, whatever it is, it is.
Shout out to Nara. Nara's calling me right now. Sorry,
hey,
I'm not
we love you,
answering,
Nara.
but love you, bro.
So anyways, guys, Caleb, I want to thank you for coming on today and telling your incredible story.
That was a lot of fun.
We went all over the place, but
we covered a lot. We covered a lot.
Yeah.
You know when you meet someone in life that's gonna do amazing things, and I feel that energy with you. I really do,
I appreciate
man.
that, man.
I wasn't joking before, but you have two big fans in Pete and I.
Yeah, for sure.
And we support the hell out of you. We know big things are coming. Keep doing what you're doing. You're an amazing. I'm not gonna say kid. You're an amazing adult, a man, and keep growing. So thank you guys for that roller coaster of an episode. I hope you enjoyed watching and listening. If you have not hit that subscribe button, please do. Share with your friends and family. It means the world to us. We will see you guys next week. This is Caleb Dent.
Show this to your mom, your father, your grandmother, your grandfather. Clickbait doesn't matter.